So if you look at what you do now with your clients, as you mentioned, you help ambitious, mainly women, or do you work with both men and women?
I
Just
only work with women.
just women, ambitious women. You help them reclaim their biology through your
Yes.
system, the whole health mastery. Is that right?
Yep. That's the
And
one.
what sort of things does it include?
Oh, so it's very similar to what you were saying earlier, actually. There's three pillars of health from my perspective, from the years of what I've learned and experienced and the education. Empowered nutrition is one of them. So being empowered to make your own choices around what works best for your body, your health, your
Mm.
energy, your hormones, and your capacity. Not what some 20-year-old fitness influencer has told you, not what you've read because somebody's told you that fasting is good for you, what actually works for you. So that's one element. Things like what to eat, how much, vitamins, minerals, fiber, micronutrients, and actually understanding that yourself. Then you've got the second pillar, which is what I call the best version yet strength system. So this is all about your body. This is about what exercise is best for you, what feels good in your body, how and where can you create resistance training in your life that's enjoyable because of the benefits when it comes to hormones, bone density, longevity, movement, flexibility, menopause. And then you've got what I genuinely feel is the biggest underpinning of both of those, which is the nervous system reset. So that's understanding your nervous system. What happens when you get emotional, when you get triggered, how to move up and down through those states and experience a full range of emotions without disproportionate coping mechanisms.
Yeah,
So
and
those
this is
three elements come together to create whole health mastery.
wow. I mean, this is really something that is not common knowledge until you really start to look into this and actually receive support like what you offer. It's it's not something that we practice every single day, is it?
No, I mean,
Do you?
nobody teaches this stuff. Like when you're growing up, no one talks about it at
Mm.
school. We have this whole system that affects everything consciously and subconsciously. We don't even know about it.
Have you thought about campaigning to include this in biology lessons?
Yes, I
Let's do that. Let's start a campaign.
have.
So, in your experience, how does true energy capacity look different for a woman in her 40s, for example, compared to their 50s, maybe, or even
Mm,
compared to earlier decades in their lives? And
yeah.
especially sort of in terms of sustainable work output, because obviously we're talking about business people here.
From my own personal experience, what I've experienced with clients, been doing this for 10 years now, how that decade's disappeared. There is a difference between that kind of intensity versus direction is what I'm going to say. So
Okay.
intensity wise, we might see in say 20s, 30s, the ability to just push through every hard element of period of time where it might be launching or starting your own business or building, and just being able to do that with very little sleep, living off caffeine, staying up too late, working all weekend, and your body kind of deals with it until it doesn't.
Yeah.
What you see difference when you start seeing things like early perimenopause, which I'm going through, perimenopause, menopause for women specifically, instead of that push that we've always been told, just do more and it will sort things out, you actually have to learn when to pull back, which is
Mm.
what I call the concept of knowing when to have some grit versus grace and knowing when to have those in equal measure so you can actually allow yourself to get adequate recovery to pull back to be able to push forwards. Because when you are resting, when you are better slept, when you are fueling and eating properly, and when you're giving yourself adequate breaks, whether that's because you're not going to the gym one day or you're taking half a day off work, you're actually more productive and that energy becomes more sustained and more regulated instead of massive peaks and massive troughs. So we start seeing a more regulated, consistent energy as opposed to these big ups and downs. Is that making sense?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it's like you're reading out of my own training book.
Hey.
Yeah, I was
Haven't said it
really looking forward to this
before.
conversation because
I haven't been paid to say that, I promise you.
because our ethos and our values and all of that it's so aligned.